welcome. Today we're going to talk about the accusative case and the verb to have. German has a total of 4 cases, and you already know the nominative case. The nominative case was the case of the subject. Today we're going to learn about the accusative case, which is the case of the direct object. Now if we take one step back and we look again at the nominative case. The subject of the sentence is always a nominative case. So if you have the sentence, the man owns a coffee shop, the man is the subject of the sentence, he is the doer, the owner, and it's in nominative case. Similarly, he owns a coffee shop, he is the subject of the sentence, so it is in nominative case. The accusative case is the case of the direct object. So in this sentence, the man owns what? A coffee shop is the direct object, hence it's in accusative case. How do I identify what the subject of the sentence is? You can apply a simple question that helps you identifying the subject. If you ask who or what is doing the verb, or who or what is verbing, you get the answer of the subject. So if we take again the sentence, the man owns a coffee shop, who or what is owning, the answer is the man, that is the subject. Now in order to identify the object, you can apply the question, who or what is being verbed, and you insert the verb into the capitalized verb slot here. So again, for our example, the man owns a coffee shop. If you ask who or what is being owned, the answer is the coffee shop. Now, as for the nominative case, we have different articles for the accusative case. Here, as a review, you see both. The first row in the table shows us the nominative case. Der Mann, das Kind, die Frau, and plural, die Kinder. Now, if we have the direct object, we mark this accusative case on the article. So, the sentence, der Mann sieht den Hund, who or what is being seen, that is the dog. Our direct object needs to be an accusative case, and that article is then den. So der from the subject becomes den in the direct object. For feminine, the article remains the same. It is die Frau sieht die Katze. So we cannot tell by the article by itself if it's nominative or accusative, but we can by identifying the element in the sentence. Who or what is seeing, that is the subject of the sentence, the woman. Who or what is being seen, that is the direct object, the cat. So all forms are den, das, die, die. Now recall that we have 2 types of articles. We have the definite article that we just saw, and we have the indefinite article. So nominative, again, this is replicated here. You have ein Mann, ein Kind, eine Frau, and the plural does not have a form in the indefinite article. Recall that you can't say children see dogs, right? So that's the same in German. Now for the accusative case, again, only the masculine article gets changed. So instead of ein Mann, you have ein Mann sieht einen Hund. For neuter, it stays the same. Ein Kind sieht ein Haus. For feminine, it stays the same. Eine Frau sieht eine Katze. And in plural, we also do not have an article, just like English. You would say kids see dogs instead of a kids see a dogs. So let's do a few examples. I asked you to please identify the subject and the object of the first sentence, Ich lerne Deutsch. Remember to apply the questions. Ask who or what is doing and who or what is being done. So in the first sentence, Ich is the subject and Deutsch is the object. Who or what is learning? I am learning. Who or what is being learned? German. Now try the second sentence. Der Mann hat einen Computer. So der Mann is our subject. Who or what is having something? That is the man. Who or what is being had? Sounds odd, but it works. It's the computer. Also, here you see einen changes into the masculine article, indefinite, for accusative case, while der shows us as it is masculine, nominative case. Let's try the third example. Wir spielen heute Basketball. Good. So the subject here is wir, who or what is playing, that is we, and who or what is being played, that is basketball. An important verb that we're going to learn now is the verb to have. To have always has a subject and a direct object. Why? It connects some haver with something had. So haben is a special verb in the sense that it's not fully regular. That means it doesn't have normal endings that we learn for other verbs. Haben is irregular in the second and third person singular. The rest of the forms are regular. So it is ich habe, du hast, sie es hat, wir haben, ihr habt, sie haben. And in the formal versions we have both times sie haben. So now you see the verb haben in context. You can see the following sentences. Ich habe einen Hund. Do you notice the accusative marking on einen? Du hast eine Katze. Er hat ein Buch. Sie hat ein Haus. Es hat eine Uhr. And in plural, wir haben Freunde. Ihr habt gute Fotos. Sie haben einen Rucksack. And in the formal form of address, both forms of haben are identical for singular and plural. So you can say, Sie haben Deutschunterricht. If you formally address a person, you have German class, singular. And for plural, y'all have a house. Sie haben ein Haus. And that is all for accusative case and the verb to have.